Hey guys, I'm going to do a little bit of switching today in Tulare where I've got some track down. So like I said, I'm using a program called Switch List for Mac, and one of the reports that I use is pretty simple. You just put in what cars you have, what industries you have, what towns you have, then you say what industries get what cargo and where does that cargo go. Basically, it's a pretty simple program. And I'm starting off small with just Tulare, and then I'll be able to add Fresno next probably, and then Fresno Yard, that kind of thing. So anyways, one of the reports I use in Switch List is car locations worksheet, because of course I've got no cars on the track right now because I was just working on it. But what I can do is I can use this report, and I instantly know what cars should have were there last time I used this program. So for instance, here's my car locations worksheet for today's work, and these are actually yards that aren't up and running yet, so they don't really matter. But the one I want to look at here is Tulare. Workbench is just for cars that are of course offline and that you need to work on. So for Tulare, I see that I have 2 cars at Craft Food that I need to spot that should have been there, and then one at Scully Packing that should be there, and then I can go ahead and run my ops session. So I'm going to place these cars right now, and then I'll go ahead and show you my worksheet, and I'll start running my ops session. Okay, so basically, for those that don't know, I use the NC system, and this is just the power cab, and so I run everything DCC on my layout. Okay, I've gone ahead, based on my report, I've set up my cars at Craft. And I also have 1 car spotted at Scully. On my inbound local, I have 2 cars coming out of the Stockton interchange from Fresno, and those are on my inbound local. And I can see that I have A box 21 or 240, A box 240. As well as BN 021, and that's BN 021. We're going to switch onto the siding and catch a train as it comes into Tulare. And then we'll flip this switch back to the main for mainline traffic. So for the work in Tulare today, we've got 3 pickups and 3 setouts, and we're actually only have 2 cars on our train, if you'll remember. Well, the other car that we're going to be setting out is this A-Box 51236, which is coming from Kraft's Food, and it's going to go over to Scully Packing because it's an empty, and they need an empty over there. So we'll do our pickups first, and we'll pick up out of Scully. Our 1 pickup will be the 1 car that's spotted there. We'll go ahead and pick this up, and we'll set it off on the siding here. And we have enough room on this siding to not get into mainline traffic when we're doing this work. Okay, we're going to push this off onto the siding. And actually, since we need to do 2 more pickups back at Craft, we're going to clear the switch with our boxcar still in front, and we'll go do these pickups while we're out here. Clear the switch. Good to go back. We'll go get our grain car and our boxcar that's getting picked up. Now this boxcar that we picked up from Scully is already loaded with canned produce, and so they're looking for an empty, which is going to be this Craft boxcar that got unloaded with packaging material, so it's an empty. Okay, we're hooked up and brake checked. We're going to pull out of here. Okay, so we've got all our pickups now, and we're going to go set them back on the siding. So we've picked up all 3 cars, and we just have to do our set outs. We'll clear our switch, which we've done. Unhook or uncouple. We'll uncouple here. So I've only got 1 car to deliver to Craft Food. I'll get that done. It's the BN 021. So I'll drop my pickups there, and I'll set out my 021. So my 1 delivery to Craft Food, the BN 021, you can see is going to door number 3, which I count my doors from the switch, the turnout, which is back here, back. So 1, 2, 3. That's where it's going, right back there. So I'm just going to clear my switch here, and I'll push back into Craft Food, door number 3. And according to my switch list, this is an empty boxcar that's going to door number 3. Not that it matters, but sometimes it's nice to know. Okay, and we'll drop that there, and we're done with Craft Food. Alright, now let's take a look at our switch list before we go any further. So looks like we finished that. So all we got to do then is take 51240 and 51236 and drop them at Scully, door number 1 and 2, and they're both empties. So 236, you can see, is right there where we had dropped our set pickups, and then 240 still in the back of our train. So since this is a facing move, I'm going to have to leave 240 out on the rails to push it in, and then get behind 236 and push him in too. So we'll get going on that. Clear the switch. And then we'll put 240 back on the siding here so it's ready to be pushed in. Okay. Unhook here for our runaround. And we still got our pickup, our original pickup from Scully on the front. Got our switch set to the main. Now we'll run around. Sorry, I had to switch cameras so the picture might look a little different. My camera ran out of juice. So basically we're pushing back off the main, and we're gonna, plan is we're gonna hook up and then push this empty from craft food back into Scully. So we'll flip the switch for Scully, push that one in first, and then we'll have to get back and push in 240 as well. Or that is 240. We're gonna have to push in 236 as well, which is that one behind the grain car. So we'll push that one in. We'll clear off the grain car and then push that one in next. So this one's going to door number 1, or door number 2, I mean. Alright, there we'll do it. We'll cut off here and clear the switch. We'll have to drop our grain car on the siding to get it out of the way. And back up onto the siding. We're trying to get the 236 right there. That's good enough. Cut the grain car off. And we'll go put 236 away. Okay. I am going to have, I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. I've got a little brake system I'm going to put here because this is on an incline due to the fact that it's so close to the main line, and it's not on cork, so it runs upgrade here, and so I need a little bit of a brake system on there. Alright, we'll cut these cars off here. Cut those cars off there, and now we've had our 2 cars into Scully. Now we have our 2 Scully cars done. Scully and Packy cars done, and we are done. So we're supposed to head off with 2 cars, depart with 2 cars, and it looks like we've got the right number of cars here. We've got that one on the front there, and then we're going to go back and pick up our grain car that's empty now. So we'll switch back, go back, pick up our grain car, and then we're out of here. Alright, with our brake check done, we will head on out of here.